Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. We'll get to the cooking session soon, but I have to credit Barcelona. Before I destroy your team and kill your fan base, upgrade the suicide rates in the world, or increase them, let me just explain something to you. Barcelona have improved. Last season, they lost to us, both legs, 6-0 on aggregate. This season, it's a mere 2-0, so one goal less. That's good. But overall, your performance in that first half was really good. I will say this. Barcelona are already one of the best teams in Europe. I'm not even being sarcastic. Xavi knew exactly how to play Nagelsmann in that first half, and Nagelsmann's changes were very good in the second. Bayern controlled the second. You controlled the first half. So credit to Barcelona for what they did. You could have scored 4 in the first half, right? It could have been a penalty on Dembele. It wasn't. Bayern have had games like that where we miss our chances and then lose. How many games against Atletico Madrid have we had where chance after chance and we just didn't score them? But today was in our favor. The referee's decision not to give a penalty was good. It was in our favor. I don't even think VAR looked at that, which is weird. Let's get to it. Oh, y'all pussies out there. You thought you could come to the Allianz Arena, where legends are made and born, and run us over. I had Barcelona fans making documentaries, making trailers. What is this, Marvel? This ain't, what are you doing, man? They were making trailers. Revenge, vengeance. You're not Batman. You ain't vengeance. They were talking about Lewandowski scoring 4 goals against us. He missed a few chances. And yeah, he could have scored. But I told you what this game would be, and you didn't listen to me. I tried warning you. Robert Lewandowski is an elite level footballer. But in big games, he never really does what you think he's going to do. He doesn't score that often. Whenever we beat you, it wasn't Lewandowski scored 5 goals. It was always Muller scored, Gnabry scored, Musiala scored 1, and then Lewandowski scores a tap-in to make it 5 or 4 or 3. He never does the scoring in the big games, and that's okay because he's consistent where it matters in La Liga. But in a game like this, you needed Ousmane Dembele and Pedri to score their chances. Rafinha was missing today. He was missing. He was missing like PK's love for Shakira. Ultimately, yeah, you had your chances, but you tried to tell me you were coming to the Allianz Arena and you were just going to open up Bayern. In the first half, Xavi had Nagelsmann's number. Barcelona were playing some intricate football, great patterns. The second half, Nagelsmann realized something because Nagelsmann he thinks tactically. He made a good change. Instead of Noose just staying back, he brought Kimmich out to stay back and create a back 3, and then he pushed Noose into the midfield, inverted but higher, meaning Sane would have someone next to him. We scored a header from a corner. It was a very good delivery from Kimmich. But before that, you got to remember, Goretzka, who came on in the second half, the big change, made Ter Stegen save a really good shot. The XG in the end was like 1.5 to Bayern and 1.6 to Barcelona. So it basically tells you the story of the game. Barcelona had an XG of 1.5 in the first half, and we had an XG of 1.4 in the second half. They created slightly more chances than us in the first half, but we dominated the second half. I think there's something football fans have to realize, right? Psychology is a crucial part of any endeavor. Bayern Munich, we can be losing 10 games in a row, but as long as we're playing Barcelona, we got a win coming. And it's not because you're a bad team. I would say that was a world-class performance for Barcelona. On any other day, it's 2-1 Barca. It's 2-2. and it's a good performance. It's a positive result. But Barca putting themselves under pressure, it means they have a loss now. Inter breathing down your necks. It's going to be a tough game versus Inter Milan. If you don't win one of those games, it's crazy. Now, if we beat Pilsen twice, I believe we won the group, because I don't think you'll beat us at Camp Nou. And the reason I don't think you'll beat us, because the new narrative will be Barcelona played well, they're gonna beat you next time. And it's like you're not factoring in the fact that this game is psychological. You beat us twice in the history of Barca versus Bayern. It's psychology, right? Even though you played well today, we just still found a way to beat you. It's in our players' minds to beat you. It's the same thing with Gladbach. Gladbach beat us every year. People were saying, we're going to beat Gladbach 4-0. And I was like, yo, chill. It's going to be a draw. We're going to lose. And what happened? We drew 20 shots. Jan Sommer turned into Jesus, saving everything. But today, Manuel Neuer made 2 saves. Pedri hit the post. Lewandowski was nowhere to be seen. No one took responsibility in that Barca attack. But you know who did? Let's get to Bayern. You know who took responsibility? Leroy Sané, Upamecano, Lucas Hernandez. I hope he's not injured. Lucas was all over the place. He wasn't letting my man breathe. He was like a man in water, just drowning. A black dude trying to swim. That's what Lewandowski looked like today. He couldn't breathe. Lucas was next to him. Upa was next to him, just hounding him. And I think that was Nagelsmann's tactic. If he played De Ligt, it would be for more defensive calmness and composure. But if you play Lucas and Upa, they kind of play the same. They just go for the ball, win it again and again. Lucas was not letting any of your attackers have any fun. The chances you were creating were good chances, but they never came through playing through our center backs and nutmegging them. You know what I'm saying, right? It was good attacking football, progressive football, and then a good chance, right? And it was like you need a quick finish, and it didn't happen. But when we did have an opportunity, Lucas scored the header. Great goal. It was just phenomenal. I mean, from a Barca perspective, who's picking up Lucas Hernandez? I believe they do zonal marking for corners, but it looked like no one was in that zone. Stevie Wonder must have been defending that zone because they couldn't see what was going on. Sané's goal is literally an embodiment of Nagelsmann's change, because Noose is in the half space, almost as a midfielder, where Kimmich fills in at the back, and he's linking with the center backs. It's a ball from Upamecano to Sané. Sané, perfect touch, sends it to Noose. Noose sends it to Musiala. Musiala runs at your back line, something Pedri was doing all night. That guy's a bowler. But then this time, Sané just gets the ball, and it's a finish. Quick, beautiful, just amazing. And in the second half, we could have scored a few more goals. I think Nagelsmann, by the 70th minute, was telling the team, soak up pressure a little bit. We know Barcelona have a lot of threats on the counter. We don't want to go to try to get the third goal. Let it come. And we could have gotten a few things. I think Bayern didn't play today like we should. We were crap in that first half. I don't think we should have even had too much trouble in this game in that. We were making our own mistakes. Neuer was making mistakes. We were just losing the ball. Sabitzer was crap. Pavard wasn't that great. Got injured. And then Noose! Mazraoui! My guy, my bowler, came in and changed the game. He changed things. And people were telling me this guy was a flop. They were saying a flop no one's talking about, and it was my guy's face, my Noose. He was everywhere. He pocketed everyone that came his way. Defensively, solid, no mistakes. Just kept that game. When the best footballers, they just play at a walking pace. You know, when Neymar touches the ball, Messi touches the ball, Sané touches the ball. They're not rushing. They never try to, do something erratic. They're just chill. That's what Noose is, except he's a fullback. He just first touch, and he's not rushing things. And that pisses opposition off because he can't be pressed. You can't press someone that won't, hesitate under pressure. So Noose, amazing. He starts the next game. I don't care if Pavard's fit. Noose is proving that you can have an attacking fullback that also defends, because he goes forward when he needs to, and he reserves himself when he needs to. He picks his moments. So wonderful. First half from Kimmich wasn't good, but the second half, the delivery was better. And I think, the fight from our team was crazy. Goretzka came in and proved that he should be a starter. Sabitzer shows that in a league game, in a game with lower pressure, he might be the guy. He'll help you. But in this game, he lacks so much technical IQ. There was a moment where, dude, you literally pass through Barcelona's pressure. All you need to do is to just turn and move forward. And he gives a back pass to Kimmich and puts us under pressure again. Those are the key moments, the small margins that make games like this what they are. But it's a positive result for Bayern. It's a win. It's 3 points. And Barcelona fans can go away, with we played better. We could have played, or we played well. I don't think they played better than us to the extent, the XG suggests we should have scored the goals we scored, but suggests they should have scored a little bit more goals. But we were just clinical, right? I think that in the second half, we were the best team. In the first half, they were the best team. And yeah, that's how football is. But you have to take your chances. I was saying the whole time, damn, if Barcelona don't score, they're going to regret missing these chances. Because when Sané gets one chance, he scores because he loves the big lights. In the preview yesterday with the Mustache channel, John, great guy, I was telling him, like, a player like Sané loves that moment, right? Sané will play like a bum for 10 weeks, and then the Champions League game comes in. He just loves it. He wants that one chance to be that guy that makes a difference. He's a big game player. He's amazing when it comes to that. So I love what Sané did today. Jamal Musiala, man of the match, like the official man of the match for the game. I'll be real. I don't know if he deserves it, right? I mean, I would say if you were comparing performances, Pedri might have probably been the man of the match for the whole game, like being unbiased. I think Pedri did everything Barca do goes to Pedri. Like, Pedri's one of those players you got to watch. Like, you can't just watch a highlight and understand what he does. But there was a moment where, man, I rate this so highly. It's intelligence. Pedri joined the back line. Barca were getting pressured. And he goes back, and Christensen comes out of defense, and Pedri replaces him at the back. And then the ball goes out to Alonso. And instead of Pedri just standing as a center back, he rushes into midfield. He just makes a quick movement into midfield, opens himself, right? Gets the ball from Alonso, switches play. And it's like Bayern were pressuring Barca, and Pedri changed the situation with literally moving his body. Like, so that's smart, right? Sabitzer couldn't keep up with Pedri. Kimmich did better. I knew the whole game would be defined by if we let Pedri play football and if we let Kimmich play football, because they both set the tempo for our teams. Now I understand more why Barca fans rate Pedri so highly, right? I don't know why we compare Pedri with Musiala. They play very different roles. Musiala is capable of doing what Pedri does, but I think his best position is higher up the field. We got to see a comp. Musiala was he was so good, man. Not even like his best. He was so effective. Like, he was so dangerous. Him and Sané. Mane, we'll talk about him a different day. I don't know if we had Mane today. We just had a dark-skinned man from Sudan. That wasn't Mane, bro. That was some dark dude from Sudan. South Sudan. That was a refugee, bro. Alphonso Davies he's going to empty his pockets today, and Rafinha's going to come out. I don't know if Rafinha went through Davies once. Oh, my gosh. Update Lucas Hernandez. He's undergoing an MRI scan and could be set for a lengthy spell on the sidelines. No, man. No. Been told that it doesn't look good at this stage. Plettenberg, player on the other hand, is optimistic. Yeah, so if you don't remember, Lucas, literally, I thought he was wasting time at first, and then I watched the replay, and I'm like, he pulled something because he started touching his groin, the muscle right here. So Lucas Hernandez could be injured, and that's going to be a huge miss for us because look what he does. I mean, but at the same time, you got De Ligt there, and it's like, I mean, you don't want De Ligt playing under, the whole Lucas got injured thing. But Lucas has just been so good for us. We can't lose him. I honestly would have started with DeLitt, but Upamecano did his thing today. I'll take some comments now. Might be a groin strain. I hope it's a groin strain, not a big injury. Hope it's not, 6 weeks. That's going to be pain. Davies was great, the best left back. Alphonso Davies showed today once again. I mean, there were moments where he was just doing it to do it. Like he would just dribble, where he wanted, flicking the ball over people. Fonzie's at a different level. And he's a footballer like that, man. He's a footballer. Everything he does is beautiful. I wish he could have gotten involved in a more attacking sense, but when you have Dembele and Rafinha to deal with, and he did well against them, you got to be careful to pick your moments, and he did. Yeah, I think if Mane and Mulla were better, this game would have been easier for us. Because in the first half, we would get the ball, move forward, and then lose it in the attack. It always breaks down there. And it's not like it's coming from coaching, because it's not coaching. Our movement is phenomenal sometimes, or most times. But it's in the last 3 games, there's just something is lacking in the click. I don't know. Gnabry came on, did okay. Gravenberch, I was screaming for him to come on. He did, and he added composure to the team, exactly what I wanted. So now I think Goretzka and Kimmich is the midfield. I think Kimmich performed well, but I think this performance wasn't the best Bayern, right? Barca fans are going to be thinking, they stifled Bayern. I'm like, no, we've been playing like this for a few games now, where our attacks just break down because someone can't pass Mane or sometimes Mulla. And it's just like a simple pass, and they can't make it sometimes. The pass is slightly behind. So Xavi says they were better than Bayern for most of the match. I'll say like 60-40, but, the 40% we were better, we created a lot of chances in that, space of like 20 minutes where we were super dominant. But we got to be better. But even when we don't play well, we still beat Barcelona. It's like that little brother, big brother thing. Like, I'll never be able to beat my big brother at anything. Like, he'll just always have that edge over me. I don't know why. It's like Deji and KSI. It's like, congrats, Bayern. Good night, guys. Look, I said, Barcelona fans, I appreciate you for being in the chat, because I wouldn't show up to dude, I would have done the live stream. I promised I would do it, even if we lost. But I'm happy you're here. It shows that you're not all frauds, and you actually, can show up when you lose. Take the smoke, give the smoke, right? On One Football, I think 70% of the people said Bayern would lose today, Barcelona would win. I think it was like, 15% said Bayern win. Because coming into this game, the team that was in form was Barcelona. We aren't in form result-wise. Performances dropped in the attack, defense better, transitional defending better, but we have not been that team. And I think the fact that we beat you not in form shows that, this fixture isn't just about how good you are, how much money you spent. Sometimes it's just psychology. Barcelona could very well lose to us both times and still qualify. You were never supposed to top the group. Like, you beat us twice in your history. That was 2015. 2013, we smacked you up 7-0 on aggregate, 8-2, 6-0 on aggregate last season. So it shouldn't be a thing where it's like, oh, we lost to Real Madrid. You didn't. It's not like the real rivalry that I care about is Bayern versus Real Madrid, because they have a thing for beating us. And I don't like, especially in the last, 10 years. Whenever we played Real Madrid, they would just have something to beat us with. VAR. If VAR existed, we would beat Real Madrid all those years. They would just own the referee. But today, the referee decisions went in our favor. We scored at a good time, coming into the second half, where Barca had chances in the first. So it kind of took a lot out of your team, and we scored in quick succession. We didn't score in like 20-minute gaps. We scored and then scored again, which kind of just deflated the team, because they're like, we were so good. I bet Xavi went into that dressing room and said, do that same thing you did in the second half. But then Nagelsmann went in, the team that's usually behind in performance, they want the manager's going to react a certain way, and Nagelsmann got a reaction out of our team. immediately we came in with a little bit more intention, and it was a different game. So when do we play Barca again? Is it October 2nd or something? October 4th. No. We play Pilsen. What am I saying? October 26th, next fixture. It's going to be a different Bayern. I would think we'd be in form. I mean, if we haven't changed these performances for at least 4 games, going into the Dortmund game on October 8th against Augsburg, in the Pokal, Nagelsmann is getting sacked. Like if he doesn't, no, I think the board would think about it. So Xavi really said the score does not reflect the match. Of course it does. The score reflects what happened in the game. Bayern scored 2 goals. You didn't score. Laporta hugged Lewandowski. Nice. We were better than Bayern Munich. We wasted our chances. They didn't. I mean, first half, yeah. Second half, no. You weren't better than us. I'll say we weren't as dominant as Barca was in the first half and the second half. That's the difference. Like, we still created chances, almost as many as they did in the first. I think it might have been a difference between, there's a difference between, I think we had a good amount of opportunities where the pass could have been better. And that's the difference. Like, we could have created chances in the second half more. And the XG reflects something very interesting. So, look, it's a positive day. Let's be happy. Let's be happy, man. It was a good day. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Just happy, man. I'm happy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Remember, we're live every match day. We'll be back in a few days for the watch long against Augsburg. I think there's a preview coming for that. The last 3 days, man, have been crazy. The previews, I appreciate all the support recently. We have like 3 new members. If you want to support the channel and get extra content and get your messages read out while I'm streaming, you can become a channel member. I think it's 30% off. So, hey, I appreciate y'all. Share this video out. Let's keep growing. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san Mia, and peace. Daddy will always be daddy. That sounds weird coming from me.